Hello, little adventurers. Are you ready for a fantastic journey? We're going to open a very special book. It's called Genesis. Genesis tells us how the world began. Imagine a dark, empty space. Nothing existed. Then a bright light appeared, the first spark of creation. With a great whoosh, the world filled with light. The sun, our friendly star, smiled down on us. Blue oceans shimmered with joy. Green grass tickled the earth. It was beautiful. Genesis tells us this was day one, the beginning of everything. Over the next few days, something even more magical happened. Fish with sparkling scales swam in the seas. Birds with rainbow wings soared through the sky. Fuzzy animals played in the fields. Genesis tells us that everything had a purpose, a reason to exist. And finally, on the sixth day, something truly special occurred. Under the warm sun, the first humans opened their eyes. Genesis tells us they were called Adam and Eve. They were kind and good, living in harmony with nature. Let's travel to a wonderful place called the Garden of Eden. Imagine a paradise filled with delicious fruits and gentle creatures. This was Adam and Eve's home, a place of pure joy. Genesis tells us that here, humans and animals lived together in peace. One day, a mischievous snake whispered secrets to Eve, tempting her with forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge. Genesis tells us this act had consequences. Adam and Eve learned about good and evil, but they also experienced sadness and pain for the first time. Because they disobeyed, Adam and Eve had to leave the Garden of Eden. It was a sad day, but Genesis teaches us that even when we make mistakes, there is always hope. And so, Adam and Eve began their new life, learning and growing with each passing day. Time passed, and the world was filled with more and more people, but not everyone remembered the lessons of Genesis. Some forgot to be kind and forgot to care for the earth. This made things unbalanced. To restore balance, a great flood covered the earth, but there was hope. Genesis tells us about a kind man named Noah. He listened to God and built a giant ark, a boat big enough to carry two of every animal. The rain poured and poured, but Noah, his family, and all the animals were safe inside the ark. They sailed on the water for a long, long time. Finally, the rain stopped and the sun peeked through the clouds. Noah sent out a dove, and it returned with an olive branch, a symbol of peace. The flood was over, and a new chapter was beginning. Genesis tells us that even in the darkest times, hope and a new beginning are possible. The book of Genesis is full of amazing stories, like exciting adventures. We learn about the power of creation, the importance of choices, and the hope that follows even after big mistakes. These stories teach us to be kind, courageous, and to always listen to our hearts. Even though they were written a long, long time ago, the stories of Genesis are still important today. They remind us that we are all connected, people and animals, to each other and to the beautiful planet we call home. Genesis teaches us to be kind to one another and to cherish the world around us. Remember, little adventurers, The stories of Genesis are in your heart. Every time you act with kindness, show courage, or appreciate the beauty of nature, you bring the spirit of Genesis to life.